Hello, YouTube fans, here again. And I figure when it comes to movies, why not this one? Very hard one to find, and it's a good one. I remember seeing it a few weeks ago, but it's definitely not an easy film to watch. That being The Last Hunter. Say it again, The Last Hunter. Done the movie company by a few movie companies, most in common by Fipto, but which was another film, and it was on the DDP list. People want to know about the DDP list. It was almost a video nasty. But the funny thing is, it's not a horror film. It was a war film to do with Vietnam. To do with Vietnam. And it definitely doesn't dramatise the war. You don't see soldiers with the hair slicked back and looking, like a pretty boy. This really shows you what the war really was like in the days of Vietnam. Now, people have seen it all before. They try and suppress it. It's sad and this, but it definitely doesn't fuck around on the blood and door department being the last hunter. You tend to see a lot of arms getting shot off, a lot of limbs getting shot off, a lot of legs getting shot off. You see a lot of aftershots of dead bodies, people getting burnt, you name it, it shows it. So it definitely doesn't dramalise that. And it starts off, it's based on 1973, the days of Vietnam. And you've got our main character, and this actor is sadly no longer with us. You may remember him in Queens of Evil, well known for being in Ultra Lotus's The Blonde. And he's in this as a soldier. He's got ideas of broken soldier. He's got his mate, they're in a bar. He's got his lap dancing, these Vietnamese prostitutes. And his mate's off the heads. You get the idea he's using a pot. There's prostitutes standing beside him. He's pushing away, got no interest. He's got another mate in the bar giving him shit, and he uses his temper, shoots him in the fucking head. Then our main man is trying to talk sense into him, and he's talking about his girlfriend he doesn't see anymore, which, by the way, that goes back later on in the film. Then the guy says he's had enough, puts a gun to his mouth, blows his fucking brains out. Blows his brains out and kills himself. And the main man witnesses his mate blowing his brains out. It kind of reminds me of, you remember the Vietnam movie, remember it? The Deer Hunter. I can forget that, which is for walking, where he plays Russian to that and blows his brains out. It kind of reminds me of that, but more graphic. He puts a gun in his mouth and blows his brains out. Then the building blows up, our main man gets out alive, and well, obviously at the end of the fucking film. And then the film starts, proper starts. So you've got, for this being kind of like a low budget film, you can definitely see a budget in this film. They use a real jungle, real helicopters, something you very rarely see these days. And you've got the idea he's going into Cambodia, he makes his dives, one of the Americans chop him off. I do like the music in it. You got a bit of disco music, which I felt was a bit funny for this type of film. It's not like a 70s beat. In the film was a 1980 film. You get like a 70s feel to it. So he comes down, he's in the jungle, meets a few of his men on the way, meets this one woman. You get the idea he's a photographer, he takes photos and all that. And I've seen a few of these type of films. I remember seeing a well known in my favourite zombie film, that being Zombie Theseus. She was also in The Reaper. It had two different titles. It was also called The Beast. So she's also in this. And like I said, in the jungle, you bump into a few traps, which I do believe the Vietnamese soldiers did actually use. Like one of the soldiers gets killed, but Spike comes across and kills him. They find an aftershoot of a body that's been hung up on a parachute. You see the aftershots of that. Really not very nice, rotting away and everything. Before all that, there's a scene where people shooting on the helicopter, and this is how graphic the film is. One soldier gets shot, and you think he's got a fest wound. And the guy goes up to him, and half his eyeball's been shot out. You got blood squirting out here. Really good graphic effect. So it doesn't fuck around in the blood and door department. So, like I say, they're all walking across. One of the soldiers gets wounded, but they make their way into this cave. It's like an under tunnel cave where the American soldiers are hiding. And they fix the dial, they've got a bar, they've got this, they've got everything to keep them going. There's a bit where I would say it's fucked up. There's a bit where I mean, it's nice to look at, but all the soldiers are trying to rape her. Happy to say it doesn't go that route, or it doesn't go like I spit on your Dave. They get erupted. One of them's fucking around trying to get coconuts. And the girl's brings in the morning to our main man that they tried to rape her. He's off his head at that point. He's drinking beer. He's feeling sorry for himself. There you get a little bit of nudity. She shows her tits and so on. But then another halfway through the film, you got the Vietnamese soldiers. They stuff where they are. They attack them. Most of the soldiers get killed. The captain gets killed. Remember, he gets his throat slit, and so on. But the Dirk gets kidnapped, but she doesn't get killed. Then, halfway through the film, the soldier who got wounded, he damages his leg. He doesn't feel sorry for this guy. This is him being an unlucky one out of them all. And the reason why is because he's a footballer, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, looks after himself, and he's a footballer and he's damaged his leg. He's never going to play football ever again. Then if that isn't bad enough, halfway through the film, he gets his fucking leg shot off. Really good graphic effect, but you feel sorry for him. And then I'm assuming he gets killed. You never see him get killed, but the boat's on fire, so I'm assuming he either killed himself or he gets burnt alive. But you definitely feel sorry for this guy. But our main man gets out. He's looking for the door, and by accident, he gets kidnapped by the Vietnamese soldiers. They drop him in this thing, I remember rightly. It's like a thing with rats. And there's one soldier you really feel for him. Half his face has been eaten by the rats, and they finish him off and think he's going to get it. But then they bring him back up. They try and interrogate him and talk to him to get information. But before all that, you get this radio where the woman keeps saying, end the war, you're all going to get killed, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck is all this about? But all the way through the film, before all that, our main man had fast bats. He had fast bats of this dude, the mate what killed himself. It was his girlfriend. You have fast bats. And this girlfriend, he attacked her. She was also the one who was in Zombie Cheaping Fest. Funny enough, it's all nasty. And like I say, they're trying to talk to him. He hits one of the Vietnamese soldiers. One of them stabs him in the waist. That does effect. Puts him back in the water. But for some reason, our main dude gets through, helps him escape, and he gets out of dodge. He's wounded, but he gets out of dodge. Then he meets that woman, the one who's doing the voice. Your sergeant's going to kill you and all this. It turns out he was the girlfriend of the one that killed himself. She double tossed him and so on. He pulls a gun out, shoots her. And there's a bit of what I always thought pissed me off in the last Hunter. Because, yeah, he's not dying. He's not on the way to die. Yeah, he's got wounded, but he could get a maggot. They could fix him up. But for some reason, he told our main dude, the reporter, to fuck off. He stays there. There's Dr. Fires off. You don't actually see him get killed, but I'm assuming he get blown up. He gets balls and go next to him. You got this depressing music about the war. And the film ends like that. And I think that's a bit of a downbeat of an ending. Because he's not really wounded, he's not dying. It's not like he's had both his legs shot off. So he could have gone on the helicopter, he could have got fixed up and fight another day, but I kind of get it. He's down, all his mates got killed, and he's wounded, he's had enough, he just soon as just fucking die. So I'm just assuming he got killed at the explosion. And again, I always felt would have been better to have a love scene between the reporter and him, but that never got to be. He got killed in the film. But The Lost Hunter, it's a very hard one to find. I think now you can get it on Blu-ray or DVD. I remember seeing it on an old VHS, the uncut one, original widescreen. Like I say, it was on the DDP list, but it's not really that graphic. There's a few, like I said, the scene where a guy gets his leg shot off. You see after sort of a body, you see a Vietnamese trap kill someone, a few people getting burnt. But to me, the action scenes, it's very similar to like what you see now for the Rambo films. It's very similar to what you see in Missing in Action and any other Vietnamese war film. But it definitely doesn't fuck around on the violence side of it. It definitely does not dramalise war like most films do. It's got some good action scenes. It's in its original widescreen format, and it's a good one, The Last Hunter. I think the actor, for what he definitely does a good role. Definitely plays it well. It's not overacting. And for a film what's dubbed, the dubbing's not really that bad, and the acting, he's pretty competent. So for that, The Lost Hunter, if you can ever find The Lost Hunter, check it out. If you don't like films that are predictable, to do with fear, and all that, it's probably not your cup of tea. You don't like disturbing films, but it's not as disturbing as most films. It's not too predictable in your fucking face like most films to do with that element of fear, but it definitely, like I say, you can definitely see a budget. I think they used a real jungle. Those real everything, so fuck it if out of two. A 3-star rating for me, it's a good one if you can ever find it. The Lost Hunter, 1980. If you into like war films, it's a good hour of your time. But don't expect it to be glamorous. It's definitely, but if you like action like Rambo, First Blood Part 2, the Mission in Action films, and that sort of nature, it's a good hour of your time. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.